Hello everyone, my name is Stellar, and today I'll be showing you how to use Jelly's SA2 level editor tool in order to look at level collision and stuff like that, in case you want to understand the levels a little bit better. So first things first, I'm going to open SA2 level editor.exe, and you'll notice this screen is completely black, and this screen is full of errors. And the reason for that is because this is just here on its own. It isn't in any of its folders. It needs to be inside of its folder. You'll see if I open the file location, it's within this folder here, which has, res, which has a bunch of images and stuff that it needs to work, some settings and stuff. So yes, always open it from within here. As you can see, I've made a shortcut, drag that shortcut over to my desktop, and when I open it, boom, it still opens 3 windows, but you'll notice Sonic is very visible. So, how do you work this thing? First things first, this window, you will never need to touch this window, but if you close it, every other window will close. Just leave it open and don't look at it. This window is where you change stuff, and this window is where you actually move around. So, you'll see Sonic is right here. If I want to move left and right, like pan the camera, I hold the shift key and the mouse wheel. I hold the mouse wheel down, like mouse button 3, and I move the cursor. As you can see, moving it left puts Sonic left, moving it right puts him right. If I want to rotate, I hold Alt and mouse 3, the middle click button, and it rotates around him. Now, what does it rotate around? It rotates around this little indicator. If I move it over here and hold Alt, suddenly the rotation is a lot less conventional. It's still mathematically correct, but it's not what you want. So make sure you have the indicator right here if you're ever going to move stuff around. Finally, if you want to move forward, use the scroll wheel. It's kind of like a zoom in or out, but if you use the other tools, like if you hold Alt and you rotate like that, then you can do this. Or if you just hold middle click in general, then you can do something that's not quite a pan, but it's not quite a rotate. It's its own kind of movement. All this information can be found in help. It's all right here. So, this is Sonic, but how do we see a stage? So what you're going to want to do, go to File, Load Objects from Set Files. Now, as you know, this is called SA2 Level Editor. You can use it to edit levels, but for the purposes of this video, we're not going to be doing any of that. So we click Load Objects from Set Files, and it'll ask us to load a new level. Unsaved progress will be lost. We're not editing anything, so that's fine. In the top left corner, it says we need to set both set blah 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 underscore s and set blah 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 underscore u for the level we want to edit. And you might notice a problem. None of these have names. How do we know which one to use? So we go to this level, or this web page. I'll link it in the description. I found it by Googling Sonic Retro level IDs SA2, because it gives a whole list of every level in the game and their ID, which is very important for what we need. So, for example, let's load up Green Forest 0003. The reason I'm picking Green Forest is because you'll notice Green Forest has 2PS, 2PU, HDS, HDU, and SU. We only want S and U, so hold Shift and click both of them and open. Now you'll notice, whoa, there is significantly more going on. And what I'm using right here is my normal scroll forwards and backwards. Using the middle click moves the camera like this. Rotating is pretty similar with Alt. Panning with Shift is also pretty similar. But let's look at what we're actually dealing with here. If we go into this window, there's a View tab, and we have little checkboxes that change things. So if we want to turn off the background, by default, everything has this like space background. You see Earth, like you're falling through Final Rush. If you don't want that, because, I mean, let's be real, you don't really need it. It just keeps the background from looking kind of scary when you open it. I'll get rid of it. It's gone. Nice. Something else you can do is you can get rid of the kill planes, because I don't like looking at these big red things. Boom, gone. Then, if you want to just look at the actual stage itself, unclick collision, you'll notice stage was the only checkbox that's still there, and it's just how you would see the stage. Of course, some of the things are gone because not all of the objects are loaded in because there are so many objects. But this is the whole stage. You'll notice this is a little area that's not seen too often, but we hold shift to pan ourselves up here. This is the first check, and we go around the first turn, and there's the spring, pull ourselves up with shift, blah, blah, blah. So this is it. And looking through the stage like this is fine and dandy, but if I wanted to look through the stage like I was playing it, I would just play it. So now let's get to the meat and potatoes of stuff. When we disable the stage and we enable the collision. Now, this isn't actually what it looks like, but this is how the game decides where you're going. This is like where the game stores all the data for floors and walls and ceilings and all that kind of stuff. That's all right here. And you'll notice, because this is an older game, everything is made out of these huge polygons. You'll notice everything is made out of triangles, and they're triangles all the way down. And even though this is like a long ramp, you'll notice that there's still rectangles made out of triangles. And so you can use this for useful stuff like, hold on, where do these springs point? I can't find it. View stage. Sure, if we view the stage, then we can see exactly where we go. Oh, hold on, I remember now. Those springs take you into a vine cutscene that drops you off over here where the half fish is. And this is why the fact that they're checkboxes is really nice, because you can just kind of check and uncheck them whenever. And now we get up here to the famous tree where people run up, and you'll notice the collision isn't exactly what the level looks like. It's kind of clipping out and clipping back in because the tree looks a little bit more straight than just a giant cylinder. It looks like more varied, more defined. But we don't care about how it looks. We're not casuals. We're trying to run up this damn thing. So, as you can see, hold on, let me rotate a little bit. Yeah, if we rotate like this angle, you can specifically see the hard edges right on the edges of the face. And that's the important stuff. And yeah, so now that I've given you a little bit of a test run, I hope you're able to use Jelly's SA2 level editor to great effect. I'll be showing you a use for it pretty soon. Thanks for watching.